Hi everybody, Jay Cormier here. I just got back from PAX, like I literally just landed, and what is sitting on my doorstep but another box full of Core of Discovery, so I'm going to do the unboxing now. I did get to see the Core Discovery at PAX because we had some out there and we were demoing it to everybody, and it does look awesome. So these are not my first reaction, though. There's some pieces in here that are my first, like the expansions. I haven't seen them as separate. So let's dig into it. I know a great unboxing video has a top-down camera. I don't have the setup for that, so you're going to have to bear with me. You gotta look at my mug while I hold stuff up to the camera. So here is the deluxe version. So this is going to be, this is how thick it is. It's thick. And it's upside down. So this will have none of the expansions, and I got the expansions separately here. So let's open that up. I'll show you what it looks like, even though when you open it up, you get this, and I'll take it out each thing so you can see it. This board, the deluxe board of this, is, oh my goodness, unbelievable. Can you believe this? Look at this thing. That is unbelievable. It is so good looking. And on the back, the whole box art there. How cool is this? This is all wood. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then we have the resource tray, which has got nice little like icons along the side, and then this lid pops off, which I guess I'll do it very gently. I don't want to dump anything. The mud, it's got like a little bit of a glossiness to it, which is kind of neat. And then on the back of each is the question mark, so you can kind of use them to mark, like, I think this is water, I think this is mud. Simply, this is the map hider. Pretty straightforward. This slides in as you slide a map in, then you put all the tokens on, and then you slide it out so that you don't see the map. Fauna and flora. The fauna's on the other side. These are the reference boards. So pretty great. One for fauna, one for flora. Double-sided, so you can always have two in play. So up here in this corner, it shows you this is the training mission. But in the future, and I'll take this off screen so you don't accidentally see any of the maps, it'll show you which map number it has. Map 1001, for example. And so you can see, and then you could track on the back if you wanted to, which maps you played on the date, and who is the players and or characters' names and gear that you used, and what was your score. And then you can see, oh, we've already played this map, so you can kind of keep track of that if you wanted to. And then the flora maps. Really cool. Supply board. See if you can really see the dual. There you go. If I do that, you can see the dual layered aspect of it. That's so cool. So the cards slide off nicely here. We took off the lip here so that cards slide off. Really nice. This was all very functional and great during the demos at PAX Unplugged this past weekend. This is the trays, and everything got kind of jumbled up. But it's got this tray lid. This was the thing that took us so long to figure out, and I do not like this solution, but we have this tray lid that fits over top of everything, and it's supposed to keep everything down, and I'm noticing that it does not. And so I'm trying to figure out a good solution for this. This might just because the box has been tumbled upside down and whatnot, so hopefully if you're just carrying around normally, the idea is that you have these kind of lids, and on the back it's got the contents, and those cover up each of these wells, and all the contents kind of go in there. And so, you know, we have all the cards. They look great. These are the threat cards and the destiny cards. And then all the tokens. These are some of the monsters. These are some of the minotaurs and the fort tokens that you have. And these are for fauna, so you got your crew tokens and your plant, flora, zombie creature tokens, and some of the fossil tokens. Oh, we even have nice, here's the gold medal coin that we got. Let's see if we can, it's got the zombie skull, the minotaur skull, cyclops skull, not a minotaur, that's the cyclops skull. And then we have all of these, I gotta show it one at a time, I guess. These are the path tokens, so you see how they're dual layered. This, and so they fit just perfectly. Oh, I put everything on top of it into this. So these, if I can do it, fit perfectly into that, which is just great. So that's it was so great and tactile playing with him over the weekend. And so that's again the inside of the box where these all go down in this side, covered by this thing here that comes in there. And the rest are just more cards and more tokens for different chapters. I'll have to go through, one by one. I'll have to go through this to make sure, but that's all that. Well, I won't show them, but because there's no package wrapping on them. There's the Kickstarter maps. I won't show them to you so you don't spoil them. Then there's the Mega Map Pack. So that's the Mega Map Pack, and some examples, which those aren't the maps. And then the Mega Foggy Pack. And then, for example, here is the Insecta expansion. How cool is that for an expansion? Just nice and thin. And it's got all the information and some images of all the different cards you get in that expansion. And then the Vaminator expansion. I'm going to have to open these up. And the Maldonado expansion. This one's thicker. Oof. And the Fog expansion. That's great. Man, the art in this game is gorgeous. Okay, I've opened up the expansions. I want to show you how they work. So this is the expansion for Insecta, for example, and it's got like a little flap, and it's just a simple little folder here. But inside we'll have any cards that have to come out, for example. Great. Normal cards that are specific to that chapter. Then, of course, you have the rule book, which will be anywhere from the 4 pages like this. There's one that's 8 pages. I think it's the Maldonado one. And then we have the specific reference boards for this chapter. You can see on every reference board, we kind of shade things a bit different if it's unique to that chapter. So if something's introduced, like flowers are introduced in this one, and all of a sudden now you get mushrooms on this space before you didn't, and this is different, and down here is different. We shade them for if it's different on that thing, on that expansion, that chapter. And then keep up with the mic. Sorry, I need a better setup. And then this is the folder, just like for the other ones, where it's open on. I won't show you the maps, but it's sealed on this side and sealed on the bottom, so it's kind of stays in there, won't fall out, and then the same tracking on the back. And then what we did for the last part is this is the punch board, and we made all the punch boards the full size of the thing to give the whole box some rigidity. So even though we didn't need this space, we gave the whole thing a punch board. And so I think the Fog one only has like one small little punch out, but we still made the entire board punch out just to give the entire expansion, so it sits on a shelf really nice kind of thing. And so I could show you another one. Let's show you I think Maldonado is the biggest one. Here's Maldonado. And then open it up. It's got a lot of little packages of cards here. We try to put it in multiple different packages because it would be too thick otherwise. So those are, I'm going to make sure I don't mix those up. And I think this rule book is a thick one. Yeah, this one's a full 8-page of rules on this one. Because it has the co-op mode and the trader mode, if you recall. We unlock that. Again, here's and then for this one here is the trader version of the board. And then here is the cooperative version. So you even play with a different side because there's different things that happen when you find certain things versus for those. And then you can play any map cooperatively or trader. So we don't have to indicate if it's trader or cooperative here. You can play either side. And then this one has a lot of punch board because you have these voting tokens that you have to vote if you think somebody's the trader. And then this is Maldonado, and he's got a power track. And yeah, you'll read the rules. We'll get reviews out. We'll figure it all out. The Fog expansion is also pretty interesting. So again, cards and stuff, yeah, great. And rules, great. But this one has many reference boards because this is the basic Fog one, if you remember from the campaign, where all of these have been erased and mixed up, and now you have to deduce what is beside wood. Something is adjacent to wood, but you have to figure out what all these rules are. And so we have Fog, but then we also have now Fog in every other chapter. You can play the Fauna chapter, but in Fog. So still the goal is to kill 3 Minotaurs, but now you have to deduce what all the rules are. And you can do that for every chapter. So we have Fog and Flora, and Fog in whatever other chapter, Vaminator and Insecta and Maldonado. Pretty wild. And so this one has a thicker, it comes with more maps because of that. for that one. And then this is the punch board I think I was telling you here. It's the entire board, but this is again to give it rigidity. The whole box gives it rigidity, so that's kind of nice. And might as well finish with the last one here is Vameter. So this one opens up. That, and again we have cards. So you always get some sort of new challenge cards that are specific to that chapter that you add in, because they use the new resources and whatnot that you have, and some new Destiny cards that help specifically with that chapter. So that makes every chapter feel even more unique, I think. And then the rules again. And then this one has only, obviously, the reference boards. Again, the shaded stuff is what's new. So this one's have Fezrons and their camps that you're trying to find. And the map. That's the map holder. And then this is the punch board. Again, using the entire sheet, but we only needed that much of it. These are used to help randomize the movement of the Vameter. These are Cyclops tokens for monsters, and this is the hearts. This is the health of the Vameter. You have to hit him 5 times. You have to shoot him 5 times with your crew. Crazy. Every chapter is just crazy different than the other ones. There you go. So now you saw all of them. All right. Well, that's it. So I'm super excited. I'm going to look through all the components, finally, to see how it all works, see how it all looks, and see how it all functions. And I got a lot of play over the weekend, and it all looked really good, and it was all very functional. I definitely saw some gluing issues, so I'm going to make sure that the manufacturer understands that the glue was coming off on a couple of things, so we'll make sure that's addressed. I'll give you more updates as I learn more, but thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.